We have C10 solution of supplied strength. We have C11 oxalic acid, it's KMnO4. We have dilute sulfuric acid. Already the burette is filled up with C10 solution. This titration is based on KMnO4 and oxalic acid redox reaction, acid catalyzed.
So today our titration is based on the redox reaction among potassium permanganate and oxalic acid. It's also permanganometry, and here potassium permanganate is a self-indicator. So we are not taking any indicator from outside. Similar like previous day, the burette is filled up with potassium permanganate solution, that is C10 solution, and pipetting out of C11 solution is going on. We will take oxalic acid in a clean conical.
So check the mark, which is 20 ml. Now we will transfer it in conical.
The reaction is acid catalyzed, so we are taking 1 test tube of dilute sulfuric acid and adding it to the oxalic acid solution.
Now we need to heat the solution to approximately 60 to 70 degrees centigrade.
We will be continuing warming the solution till it is unbearable to touch.
Make sure the solution should not boil. When it is almost unbearable to touch, at that point of time we should start the titration rapidly with the solution.
We need to do the titration process very rapidly so that the temperature remains at the range of 60 to 70 degrees centigrade. If the temperature falls during the titration, then there may be a possibility to have a wrong reading. By the time the titration is going on, I just want to say you, like previous day, today also you need to write the practical file, and for that I am giving you the information what I provided. You just note it down. Today I am not giving you all the PDF format. Better you write it down that you are provided with C10 solution of potassium permanganate containing 3.1 gram per liter of the solution. Yes, it is 3.1 gram. And C11 is a oxalic acid solution containing 8 gram of impure sample. So you need to calculate molarity of potassium permanganate, that is C10, molarity of oxalic acid C11, strength of oxalic acid in grams per liter, and percentage purity of the sample of oxalic acid. So you need to calculate this for. You can pause the video and you can repeat and write down these questions, and I hope you all are having practical book, and there you write in the format as I have showed you previous day. Initially theory, and then first you will write the target, that is aim, then theory, then tabulation, procedure, as you all know.
You need to titrate with constant shaking. As you can see, the color is coming and disappearing. When the color will persist, that will be your end point.
So that's the end point.
This is the end point. The color is persistent. This is the end point, 19.5.
Now you can use 19.5 as the burette reading for the calculations. So you will tabulate your reading by writing 2 times same reading 19.5, and then you will continue the calculations as it is shown in the previous class. Questions I have already said you. If you cannot, but at least you can write the theory and the procedure, those you complete. Next day I'll show you again how to write. Till then, take care and complete your file as soon as possible. Bye.